Hey, what's up? It's Valar. Hope everybody's doing awesome. Thank you so much for all the support recently. Today's video is going to be based on Minaya. More a little bit of initial testing on her. I may go deeper into some of this, but let's do this way first. I'm going to do this video, which could be an initial guide slash test, and I may follow up with another one in the future. Um, So anyway, and then because she's gonna be unbooked and everything completely on this. So before I get into it too, please do me a favor. Please subscribe to the channel. It really does help out. It's amazing and helpful, and thank you so much to everyone who's done it. Uh, I am gonna have the nice giveaway I've been talking about once I get post 1,000 subs. We're at like almost 850 right now, which is just honestly phenomenal. I never thought that I would even get to where I'm at now this quickly. And I'm just a tiny little minnow in a huge ocean of YouTube. So, anyway, thank you so much for all the support again. Please like and subscribe. Okay, so now let's actually get into the actual content that you're here to see. So here's Minaya. I actually like her. She is really cool. Now, if you look at her picture right here, though, she does look like angry Snow White, right? She's kind of got, she has this real pissed off look right there. But anyway, over here, she doesn't look quite as pissed off. Here, she looks a little more, subdued right there. Here, she looks pissed off. Anyway, let's look at what she does, which is actually kind of a cool kit. So the reason I say that this is going to be some initial testing is I want to do some different things to play around with her, and it's going to take me a little bit of time to do that. So I may revisit her in the future. So anyway, what she does is her A1 is attacks one enemy, and it places a 15% continuous heal buff on the ally with the lowest HP for 2 turns. It's actually pretty cool, and it provides a lot of sustain, which is good. And then attacks one enemy, heals this champion and the ally with the lowest HP by 10,000 HP. So nice flat heal there. Has a 75% chance of placing a 100% heal reduction debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. You can book it up to 100% and actually get it on a 3-turn cooldown. And then this is cool too. Heals all allies by 40% of their max HP. Places a block debuffs buff for 2 turns on this champion on a champion's under increased defense buffs. If champions fully healed by this skill, also places a shield buff on them for 2 turns equal to 25% of the champion's HP. So you get down to a 4-turn cooldown, and you can increase the heal. So this heal looks like a big increase. I'm not 100% sure if this is how it's going to work because I got her unbooked right now. But if I read this correctly, now I don't know if it's additive like this or it's multiplicative or whatever you call it, but that could be a 60% heal right there. That seems humongous if that's actually the way it is, with a 60% heal. So we'll see. So for this video, what we're going to do is we're going to run her in Brutal, Clam Boss at one point of the video. We're going to run her in Faction Wars, and we're going to run her in Dragon. So those 3 things is what we're going to do in this video. And it's just the initial test of her, just the initial kind of look through, because I just pulled her. I just kind of built her too. So I want to do some more theory crafting to actually try some different teams that I would want to build around her too, that I don't necessarily have quite built up yet too. So that's more long range. Anyway, here's her last ability. Fills the turn meter of all allies by 20% when this champion's killed. If you have Coronar, revives this champion with 75% HP when killed. You get to a 4-turn cooldown. I do not have Coronar, so that's useless for me, except for, hey, turn meter increase when she dies, whatever. Increases ally speed in all battles by 19%. So decent aura. Her masteries, I got War Master on her because I want to try her out in Clam Boss. I'm going to switch it, depending on how good she does in Clam Boss, to Flawless Execution most likely. And I went down the tree to get the extra heals just completely on the support tree. This one here, Lay on Hands, gives an extra 5% on the heal. This one here, Healing Savior, increases the amount of healing and the value of the shield, which she places a shield too, by 10% if the target ally has 40% HP or less. And then this, I just thought, okay, well, sometimes if you're going to use her in arena or even some other places, stun, sleep, freeze, that type of stuff, if more or less arena really is probably the best place for that. Or there are some places you typically get stunned on like waves and things. Um, but that was good because I figured, okay, I'll get that in case I use her in arena. And then lasting gifts, obviously, to just increase uh, anything that she does, any buffs that she gives, and increase the have the 30% chance to increase that buff by one turn. And then I went for damage and everything up on the tops here, just kind of mostly standard stuff, but some of it's more the more damage built, with Wrath of Slain dying, people dying, Cycle of Violence to get the cooldowns potentially reduced, Blood Shield if she kills somebody, Kill Streak. I'm probably, like I said, going to switch it over to Flawless Execution, but right now I wanted to test her out with War Master. So let's show her actually in Faction Wars real quick because the Bannerlord Crypt is open today. Oh, hey, I didn't realize I got an epic book there. So, all right, let's collect that thing. And then we'll go down here, do Bannerlords. I don't know if she can solo. It would take forever, I feel like, actually, too, because she's good, but she's not, doesn't have AoE skills or anything. So I'm going to run her with Baron. I don't want you guys to sit here through a 6-minute run on Faction Wars. So this should take like less than a minute. But it's pretty cool. Like, this will just be these two. So she initially uses her, I think it's her A3 or whatever it was. The A3, the one that does the 40% heal. The AI automatically defaults that. But if you look, I think she's actually like very well balanced. I feel like balanced in the fact that I'm not saying she's like the most balanced hero in the game or nothing, but balanced in the fact she does decent damage and her heals and sustains are really, really good. And I think once I book her, she's actually going to be dramatically better, actually, too. So, because her damage is going to go up, and you've seen her hitting for 39, 40K. That one was a little bit lower at 20K. But right here, okay, so Baron did 165K. He did most of the damage, but she wasn't too far behind with a little less than 100K. And this is what I meant by the balance. She did about 100K in damage plus 121K in heals. So it's pretty funny that she can basically do just as much healing as she does damage. Which is pretty nice. And I did forget to show you guys her total stats and gear. So let me go back to that before I forget again. And then we'll run her in Dragon real quick. So I switched around some gear that I had on Baron and things too. So just to use, kind of get her build where I want it right now. I have this triple crit rate here, some crit rate, crit damage, crit rate here, crit damage gloves with a little bit of HP, attack percent chest. Her skills are all based off attack, the damage, and I've tested it. I had an HP chest. I tested all kind of stuff before even this test that I'm posting. She is way better, in my opinion, with the attack stuff on, and try to get the HP from like substats like this here, double HP, and I have some pretty good HP substats on this stuff. And then speed boots, and the artifact enhancement event's coming up in a few hours here, so I didn't bother taking this past level 8 right now. And then crit damage, which I'm going to take up to 15. And I already had this one up to 16 before. That kind of rolled all across the board. But if you look, here's her actual total stats. 40,000 HP, so she got good HP. I'd like to get the attack a little bit higher, 3,300, 2,500 defense, 194 speed, so the speed's pretty good, 92% crit rate, 205 crit damage. Gear-wise, I'm still probably pretty mid-game-ish. Like, I have some good pieces and everything, and these are really good, the stuff I have on her, but it's very, very hard for me to push to like 250 plus crit damage, which is where I want to get. I just need to do a lot more farming. And I don't really care about her heal reduction or anything, so whatever. You don't even bother with that. That's just a nice to have type thing. So that's actually all right. So we'll run her in Dragon, see how she does here. We'll run her with we'll run her with Kymar just to see if we can reset cooldowns, that type of stuff. So let's see what happens here. So she's gonna favor A3 right off the gate, but she does help with doing some sustain, and then that gives you a little bit of a shield because everybody's at full HP already. So the thing I like running Kymar, and I know there's a whole lot of things right now with Kymar, Renegade, all that. I haven't built up a Renegade at all. So I have Kymar built. I might as well use him. That's just he's fully booked and everything too. So anyway, just the cooldown reductions, resetting everybody's cooldown. Okay, there's now he's got 3 because of the hit she did on her A1 continuous heals on him. So pretty cool actually that she can just stack up continuous heals to help out your more fragile guys. Like, look, now he's got 4 and he died. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, so that didn't really help out that much. Oh man, but you get the point. Like, what will happen at the end of this is you'll see she actually does a lot of damage herself. She's not hitting that hard right now. 16,000. Yeah, that's okay. It's not great. She's not actually going to help you with speed runs. I feel like she's going to do more things, like as far as a sustain goes for you, and then she does good damage output herself. Like right there, 27,000. I mean, for basically what would be some type of a healer, that's pretty good, right? So she doesn't bring any debuffs that really make much use. I mean, there's a heal reduction it's okay, but that's not the best part of her kit. I think the best part of her kit is actually the continual heals. And if you did have someone like a J-Reg in here with the increased defense, you do have the block buff. So right here, nobody would have got stunned, which is actually pretty cool. It just would have taken us even a full another probably minute and a half longer. So I didn't want to actually have to do that right now. So she's actually really good. I think she's really cool. She's fun. And I see a lot of potential there. So I'm going to book her. I'm actually 1 book short because she takes 16 legendary books, which is a hell of a lot of books. But I figure, what the heck? I'm going to book her. And I want to put her in Brutal Clam Boss here and see what we can do. And I'm just going to push it on auto because I'm just testing her. I'm not actually going to sit here and have you guys go through the whole Clam Boss battle. We'll kind of look at it for a few minutes, see what happens. And, this is just my initial build again, too. So there's going to be a big bunch of tweaking going on. But, okay. So look at it. I mean, look at this, though, too, right? So she did more damage than the Royal Guard did. Granted, the Royal Guard died, so you can't really count that, right? But she did 400,000 in damage and 621,000 in heals. So she does a lot of heals there, too. That's pretty cool. That's actually really good. So anyway, we'll get rid of those. All right, now let's actually take a look. Now let's take a look at her in Clam Boss. All right, I'm going to take a look at her in Clam Boss. We're just doing Brutal right now because I'm just going to throw it on auto and see what happens. And my normal comp, I actually run Vizier here. I'm actually taking Vizier out to replace him with her. I would never normally do that. I just want to see what she does. And I don't know if this is going to go that well because the only poisons I have are Steel Skull and I can't debuff extend them. So he only has like a 35% chance to poison. So whatever. But these increased defenses will block buffs, which I want to see what happens with that. And then the counter attack will help her hit her A1 so that she actually has the chance to do the right here, the block debuffs. Excuse me. So now block debuffs is up. The whole team can't have any debuffs, which is pretty nice. If I were to manual it, I don't know if I would have used it at that point because there's no stuns or anything going on at that point. But we'll see what happens here. So, I forgot she has that heal reduction too, which, okay, I did. You don't want that on Clam Boss and whatever. So we'll see what happens here. Let's see if he gets to like the I think he did the slam and everything already. So no stun yet, but unfortunately this is probably where I would have done it because somebody's going to get... No, he still had block debuffs up. Okay, that worked. Good. So we didn't have to worry about J-Ray getting stunned because he still had the block debuffs up at that point. So that's pretty cool. So let's see if she puts some continuous heals up too here on this counter attack, and then I'll just wait to come back in all the way to the end of the run. Okay. And yeah, there was a couple more continuous heals I think I would put on. Were they put on J-Reg? I couldn't really tell right there. Actually, it might have been Skull Crusher because he's got more stacks of it right there. So anyway, that's let me come back in toward the end of it. We'll see what damage she's done. She's actually hit. Oh, wow. Okay, she's hitting pretty hard. She just hit for 70,000 on that ability right there. That's pretty dang good. Very good. Now, see, AI sucks. No, it's actually a speed tuning on that, but no problem. But we would have had debuffs on that right there. No debuffs at all. Okay, so I'm going to stop talking and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're losing people here. Unfortunately, I was kind of right. I knew this would happen. The poisons have not been that good. Uh, we've had some, but that's because I took Vizier out and can't extend, and Steel Skull's not the best primary poisoner, in my opinion. But you see the block debuffs was up there too. She has saved people quite a few number of times, which has been really good, and then also saved people from getting any debuffs and that type of stuff. She's fun. So I think she's got good utility. That continuous heal is strong. The block debuffs, if they have the increased defense, is really kind of a cool ability that synergizes with like a Steel Skull, Jareg. Like I can think of Light Sworn, Mausoleum Maid, Grizzled Jarl. Maybe there's a few others I'm missing, but like Altan if you have a legendary, but I don't have Altan. So I think she's really good. And then actually the heal is pretty big too. So like, let's see if she can get the heal off here. Hopefully she has the heal right there. So if you saw that, Skull Crusher was pretty much almost dead right there. Now he's dead anyway. This is pretty funny. But he had like a sliver of like HP left, and she healed him up to almost full. I guess it didn't matter because we're about 11 minutes in anyway. So the guy's hitting pretty hard anyways. But you can see what she does. She not only provides you with extra heals, but she does pretty decent damage herself too. So for that reason, I think she's actually really cool and worth investing in. Do I think she's top tier and the best legendary ever? No, I don't. But I think she's pretty damn cool. Like, look at this. Okay. That's pretty damn solid. So Rosin was best damage dealer because I got him mostly crit rate, crit damage. She's not in lifesteal gear at all. I did that on purpose. I did not want to test her in lifesteal gear because I wanted to just see how her kit does on sustain. So 26.5 million on Brutals. Oh, that's decent, right? I can do more than that with my normal team of Vizier, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Almost 6 million by herself, almost 6 million plus 2 million in heals without any lifesteal gear whatsoever. Everyone else is all in lifesteal gear. So this actually makes me think I could play around a little bit and try to do some theory crafting with her and build actual teams around her kit in Clam Boss that might be actually pretty good. So that's what I'm going to try to do and see if they work and then come out with some more content on that. So anyway, that'll be it for today's video. It's just the initial test, even though it was kind of a full review, but I just wanted to do it in this format just to kind of say, okay, this is just my initial build for her. This can very much change in the future. So anyway, thank you for checking it out. Please like and subscribe again. Thanks so much for all the support. I'll be back soon with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Cheers.